Hello everyone, this is ScabCat242 and here's my review of the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra Helix figure. So this is an old figure from 2009 when the Rise of Cobra movie was out, but what's really funny, this figure actually was not featured in the movie at all. She was a character that was made, I think, for the video game and also in the comics at the time, but she got her own action figure, and this was actually a really neat concept design that designers of Hasbro came up with, because for one, they made a new character, and also she is a completely new sculpt at that time. And I like the amount of detail they put into her with her corset, her belt, her boots, all of her attachments, and it's one of the better female figures they did at that time. And yeah, I think it's really good. And while she doesn't have like the full articulation, like the hinge in the wrist, but it is a step up over the 25th anniversary figures they had came out prior. Now, she came with these two pistols, which they're not that bad. I usually have her displayed with something else, but just two of those, and she holds them pretty well. And another accessory she came with was this interesting rifle. I don't know if it's like a laser rifle, but there's that. And she came with this machete. The only thing I'm not going to show are the oversized missile launcher. All those figures in that line came with those, but they were just a waste of plastic, so I usually threw those out. But yeah, it's one of my favorite figures. I really like. They did a pretty good job in her face. Usually, most female Joe figures aren't that great, but I think they did a pretty good job on her. So I guess we'll go into her articulation a bit. So head, of course, does standard thing. Ball joints in the shoulders, hinge there. Ball joints in the elbows, under the hinge there. Wrist articulation, and since this is the figure from 2009, it's not going to have the hinge in the wrist. Waist articulation, legs on the ball joints, of course, the joints in the knees. Then we have the articulation in the ankle and hinge there. So yeah, she's a really good figure. I definitely recommend her. If you don't have her in your Joe collection, I recommend picking her up. I don't think she's all that expensive on the secondary market, but yeah, she's a must-have. I definitely like her. And actually, if you wanted to, you could take a Marauders figure, like one of the Valkyrie heads, and put it on there. And I've seen some people do some customs with those, and they look pretty nice. But yeah, so that's my review in Helix. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I had some more G.I. Joe reviews on the way.